Sorry, my phone's vibrating. I'm just gonna click hello. Coming up with content is not easy. Nothing, just shooting content with my friend. It's not a one person thing. Impossible. There's no way you could do it. I have messaged him. I haven't heard back. I'll message him again. A lot of people do ask if my social media brings in business. Yes, it does. Since my reach is wider, I try to put out valuable content, informative content, along with a few jokes every now and then. But that's just my personality. People like to see personality on camera. People like to get to know the person who they are before they meet them. Social media helps in doing that a lot. When people have watched my content and after reaching out to me, they automatically feel that they can be comfortable with this guy, that they can open up anything and everything they want to say directly to this guy because that's how his personality is. Social media platforms have a wider reach. If in a day a person is making 200 cold calls, what some of them claim to do, me, without doing those cold calls, I reach thousands of people. Cold calls are dying out. They will continue to phase out. And there'll be a time where there'll probably be an application better than Truecaller or any other application that will tell you that this is coming from a real estate company. And when I look at it, I will be like, I don't need their services at the moment. And if I do, I already know someone in the industry. Let me just ignore this call, spend my time doing what's more important, and focus on that instead. It does generate interest from people. It does generate meetings out of it, which converts most of the time into business. It's a fact. It does. That's why I do it. Like I said, it's quite simple. People understand what I do. People know my personality before they even get to meet me. I haven't made a cold call probably since 2019, 2020. I don't use the listing portals. I haven't in a long time. I should. I know it's just more scope for business, but I'm already so occupied, not trying to make an excuse, but I just prefer this way of working rather than have my picture on a site with the properties that I have listed and sell or rent them out. Of course, I do that for the clients who buy with me if they wish to resell or to rent out their property. But social media has brought me that client base, which I probably would have never gotten by running some ad campaigns or running some portal ads or even cold calling. And I do social media on this level because I have always known from day one that I have a strong feeling about this. I've had the right people working with me, like yourself. I give you credit here. It does take a lot of time, takes a lot of effort, a lot of energy. You have to take out time from the day no matter what happens. But this is something that brings me multiplying business, brings me business regularly. It connects me with the kind of people who would never answer a phone call if you just call them randomly. Or even if you are going through some friend's reference. Because at the end of the day, even a reference or a recommendation may come, but if it comes as a sales pitch, it's kind of frowned upon. Or the businessman who this person is giving the referral to is always looking at it that, maybe this guy's also going to try to make some money off of this deal. So, and this is one thing I experienced with the gentleman I met recently, which is what he told me himself. And that is what social media is able to do for me. It's able to build that trust factor with my buyer or someone who's reached out to me, that they can speak openly to me. It shows them what I'm capable of. It shows them that I can cater to their requirements. As I mentioned earlier, I'm more of an investment focused broker. So a lot of these investors that want to park some money into this country, they connect with the fact that, okay, this guy knows what he's talking about. And that is why he's putting himself out there. He's got nothing to hide. One of the other reasons I don't work on just random properties. I work on only very select properties. And I think people should make the effort and do more when it comes to social. Just with the way my personality is, which I've portrayed on these portals, people feel comfortable sometimes to reach out to me and meet me in person whenever I'm there. Say, hey, I know you from here, or I know you from Instagram or from TikTok. Everybody wants to talk about properties, right? Everyone is a little skeptical when it comes to who do they talk to and how do they bring up the conversation. Social media has helped me in such a way that it's made it easier for people to approach me. Looking at my personality, a lot of people also understand today that I focus on very select projects, and if they have gone and put their money somewhere, regardless of using my services or not, of course, without using my services, they come at me and they ask me whether, hey, I purchased this, is this a good buy? Or I am looking at that, is that something worth considering? It gives that person the comfort level because they know what my personality is. That, okay, you know what, maybe I can get some honest advice from this guy. Maybe I can tell him the issues that I faced, and maybe that'll help another person in the future when they go to make their transaction. People buy from people, and those people could easily be the salespersons in the developers' offices. But people still choose to go with a realtor or a real estate agent is because they want that guidance. You could buy an iPhone online, but you still walk into the store to get a second opinion. You want to check with their genius or the advisor, what is it that they recommend? This is my specific requirement. Same way, people want to go to a real estate broker and tell them that, hey, look, I've seen 10 different properties. I liked 4 of them. Now I want your guidance on which one is the best pick. What would you advise, and why would you advise that? That is why I use my platforms as a brochure to show the clients that, hey, you can come talk to me. I'll give you my 2 cents or my piece of advice on the properties that you have in mind, or the money that you have in mind that you wish to spend, and so on and so forth. My social media does that to make it easy for that person to understand the kind of person that I am and to approach me to get the advice and the guidance.